This is going to be covering the basics of 19 by 19. It will have some basic Puseki or opening theories, some very beginner friendly Josekis, and some other strategies. So let's start. And starting off, as we all know, it goes like corner, side, center. And in the corner, usually one of these four places are the first choice for the first move. So a demo game could be like this. Now, once there's one stone in any one of these four positions in the corners, this is considered not an empty corner. So then we look for the widest side to play in unless we have any urgent move. So looking for the sides, I would say that this is the widest side, and the best places to play is usually an approach move if there's a 3-4 stone, or even if it's a 4-4 stone, still we can approach. So 3-4 low approach would be like this, or because this is black's turn, the same move that is approach if white plays it, but if black plays it, this becomes an enclosure. So a small knight's move enclosure, it pretty much ensures that this corner stays black's. And similarly, uh, white could enclose, or instead of passively enclosing black's own corner, black could approach here. Then a very simple Joseki. And with that, then white could approach. Again, same Joseki. Just remember, in this Joseki, you can either play on the third line or play on the fourth line. Okay. So usually third line would be when you want to have a secure base and you're trying to make some territory or make life, and fourth line is basically focused more towards influence or the center. So again, it's black's move. Again, there's approach on 4-4 stone. This is a basic Joseki, or it could be a 3-3 invasion as well. So here white has to pick a side. Either white has to play here or here. So which side to pick, you decide. Let's see, if white plays here, then this side there's already black stone very close, so it's not very beneficial for white. So white could pick this side. So like this, basic Joseki. Here black gets center, so because white has this wall, black could play something like this to try to reduce the power of white's influence. Or if white wanted to play here first, then white would need to follow a different variation of the Joseki. Here white gets center, so white gets to play here first. Similarly, after this move, black could do a knight's move as well, and again white could play here first. And let's go back. Now, there's this Joseki, right? This is called a kick Joseki. When someone approaches a 3-4 stone, they can kick. Similarly, you can do this in a 4-4 stone as well. But remember, here we're jumping on the same line because we're on the third line, that is very secure. But because now we're on the fourth line, if we jump here, it's fine, but later there could be problems in the corner. So usually we would jump on the third line, and that would be the Joseki. Similarly, there's another very common Joseki, that is this attach. When someone approaches, here it's mainly saying that I am more focused towards this side. So this is a very basic one. Yeah. End of this Joseki. And that's pretty much all the Josekis you need to know right now. Oh wait, there was this Joseki as well for 3-3. So this is when you do not want a wall or influence as white, instead you really want to get that corner. And the corner is yours. But remember, the Joseki ends here, but later if black gets any stones very close, you need to be careful, because let's say that there's a stone here. Okay, so if there's a stone very close and white does not respond, black can actually play like this, and if white tries to save from this side, there could be issues, though right now it doesn't work. So now we know that this won't work, so let's see if it's this one, and white plays away, and now this seems to work. So white will most likely lose these 3 stones, and this doesn't have any base. So the moment there's a stone like this, you need to capture. Also, we saw the variation when you block from here, that way this dies, but if we try to block from the outside, still these die. Okay, so these 2 stones or 3 stones will die, so you need to make sure that you capture whenever there's a stone nearby. Okay, so going back to corner side center again a general example. Let's say black plays here, enclosure. So there's a theory that says if our opponent has an enclosure, if we play something like this and our opponent get to play this extension, so this is an extension from an enclosure, this is considered very good for black right now, because it's easier for black to build a framework or moyo. Similarly, at the same time, this move is stopping white from getting a full extension from his own corner. The most white could do is something like this. You see, it's looking much better for black. So that's why the theory says if our opponent has an enclosure, we block the extension. It could be 4th line, it could be 3rd line. Or if our opponent has an extension, we usually block the enclosure. And similarly, same Joseki follows. So let's see. I played this. If white plays like this, so now white blocked black's extension. Similarly, black should block white's enclosure. Now white has Sente. White can play this, and here's a different Joseki. So usually we're approaching from the 3rd line. What if someone approaches from the 4th line on a 3-4 stone? Then you attach, hane, pull back, connect, one space system, and same as before, either third or fourth line. Then let's see, this is closer or this is closer. Then white should play like this, and there's the widest side is here, so black should play something here. And now there's this move like this, and white could play something like this. And remember, this is just a demo game where both players are not attacking too much, but till this point, this is the opening phase. Now we're done with the opening phase, as there's not much uh, space left in the sides. So first we got the corners, then we got the sides, and now that there's no more empty sides left, it's black's turn, and black can start the mid game by doing an invasion, or black can start by playing moves like this. If white plays passively, black can play like this. If again white plays passively, then black is able to build a framework here. Similarly, white should also try to do something similar, but this is not the correct way, because this is not as big as it could be, because black's is much better. So instead of trying to build your own now, you just draw an imaginary line of the stones in the edge, and because we want to reduce or restrict black's framework and their future potential territory, we play anything near this line that is a good reduction move. It could be even this. Now, if black decides to cut and fight, then it's a fight to see what happens. It could be something like this as well. Now, black would try to capture the stones, white would try to escape, or otherwise, black can just play passively. And now we can see that their framework is getting reduced a lot. So that's it for today. Just going over the basic opening and Jose keys. At a later day, we'll discuss more about the mid game. Then in another session, we'll discuss more about the end game.